Everybody in America, it can buy a gun now, and pretty soon every baby is going to have a gun in their pram, and every teacher is going to have a gun in their desk. It's beyond crisis issue. I think it really needs to be dealt with. But how do you fight a gun, you know?
Smoke of dreams, they pull you in to the crazy city's dim light.
I wrote this song with Sonic Youth in the 90s called Youth Against Fascism. Yes. And the chorus was, it's the song I hate. It's because you don't want to have to write songs that are in opposition to anything. But I think there is a complete social responsibility to voice opposition to danger. Right now, I feel like that's all I really want to do is take part in this kind of need to sort of dismantle this anti-woman, white power, KKK enforced administration. It's really brutal, and I think every artist, every musician should engage in expressing what they feel, even if they feel like they're in accordance with it. Go up there and sing about how much you love guns and how much you hate cultures that don't pertain to your system of values, and how you want to eradicate them, or how much you want to sort of demean and devalue women. I was very curious about how it would be for men to be involved in the Women's March. It wasn't like you were invited, it was like you were completely and utterly welcomed, and it was this really sort of great acceptance of people with the same idea towards wanting to combat such oppression with complete and utter joy. It was one of the most joyful days I've ever had the pleasure of being involved with. It was just happiness. Everybody had pink hats on. There's no politic that can fight this happiness, and they try to. They say, oh, they're silly, It's like, yeah, we have the power of silliness. I mean, the idea of power to me is just like such a problem, because in a way, for those of us who have regard for like the idea of the planet kind of working together to sort of share the balance of wealth together and work together and live together and eradicate walls and borders and fences as much as we can. That's not about power. That's just about like, a desire for equanimity and equality. The power is for people who want more money, who want more control and greed. And so to come into power, that's where it gets problematic. A challenge with Paul Epworth, he was so sweet. I didn't find any really challenge except for wanting to be very prepared to work in a studio like the church. Well, the first thing I found out is that we have the same birthday. We're both Leos on the cusp of Cancer. And that seemed to make sense. I mean, I like that. He was amazing to work with, primarily with his interest and his focus on the drums. Steve established that drum concept for Cusp like right out of the gate. And you're right, it's really unlike anything I've ever heard him play, but I sort of can see the reference in it. And he loves a lot of German music. He toured with Michel Rotter from Neue as a part of a Neue trio as a drummer, and playing very metronomic kind of motoric drumming. And I think in a way that German rock sound from early 70s kind of vibe was information for him. But it's the coolest rhythm. It's a killer rhythm. I mean, I didn't come up with it. I just came up with this wash of this guitar that was very sort of this symphonic, still guitar piece.
Smoke of dreams.